What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Terra Luna Classic, is it over? Is it over? Or actually, are we just seeing the same as everything else in cryptocurrency right now? Lots of fear, uncertainty, and doubt with exactly what this market is going to do. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about it, take a look at the price action and some new governance proposals that support the longevity of Terra Luna Classic. So if you are still holding strong, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We talk about Terra Luna Classic cryptocurrency. We live stream every night, 4 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube, and leave a like on this video. And let's dive straight in and take a quick look at what's going on in the market. And as you can see, currently 781 billion, down 5%. Absolutely crazy. We've seen a huge sell-off from a lot of Bitcoin, and we also have this continuation of the hack on the FTX, dumping thousands and thousands of Ethereum, down 1097, down 7%, nearly 10% on the week. So we've seen some huge market volatility across the entire crypto space. Like I said, down 5%. It's a big shift downwards for the global crypto markets. As you can come down here, everything trading around 4 and 5%, as there is just absolute nervousness around the market. Even some of the more solid projects, things like Polygon Matic, who we know has some huge partnerships that they have announced, still trending at nearly 12% down on the week. If we come all the way down, we can see Terra Luna Classic currently hovering at the 44th biggest cryptocurrency right now, 9.51% down over the last 24 hours. Now, look at this, under $1 billion market cap, $903 million is the market cap, 152.8 million in volume. Now, is up, but we have seen some real downtrends in both the volume and equally the amount of people trading. Now, if you go to historical data, you can see here the volume through. We even had 66 million yesterday, November the 19th. So really challenging in terms of volume coming through. But it isn't all bad, in my opinion. It isn't all bad. Whenever the market is trending down at 5%, whenever the whole global market sits currently at 750 billion, then you almost can't really, brandish everything in the same brush. You've got to really understand what it is you invest in. When we take a look in a little bit more technical detail, you can see this huge sell-off a number of occasions on Bitcoin. Now, is this market's uncertainty, or is this people absolutely playing people and trying to get your money out of this? We can see it, like I said, Ethereum exactly the same. These huge spikes of sell-offs that we can confirm were coming from that hack from the FTX scandal. Now, looking at Luna Classic, we can see a really interesting move. We see some big pumps up and then some drop downs. Again, could be market manipulation, could ultimately be people trying to pick some positions up on Luna Classic. Remember, 1532 currently where we sit. If we come all the way out to the one-day chart, we can actually see the last time we were on this was back in August, which was just before we ran up all the way to the sixes. Now, I'm not saying tomorrow we're going to run to the sixes. I feel like, that was absolutely just in the market sense at that moment in time, and everybody bought on it. Do I think we'll get there eventually? Absolutely. But again, back to these kind of levels all the way back to August. And for me, this is about building. It's about continuing what we're doing. I think we could do with a bit more coming out of the Terra Rebels, but there is more coming, and it's important that we still understand exactly what's coming with Terra Luna Classic. So I talked about it in my video last, this 3% burn, which I don't agree with. I think it destroys volume that we have. If we take a look currently on chain over the last 30 days for volume, again, we see this 43.93 billion. So we do see an increase in volume. This is an average. If we take this average out, we're averaging about 55 to 57 billion as a daily on-chain volume. Bearing in mind, all this is taxable at that 0.2% tax rate. Now, does that change to 3%? I don't know, but we know at 1.2 we were significantly down. We're about a quarter of what we're actually doing now, so I'm not sure it's the best thing. Couple of points to reference though. Community pool, like I always say, building 1.24 billion now. Yes, the price is down, therefore this isn't worth as much, but at the same time, when the price moves, we know that we have this community pool to develop and ultimately onboard projects. Staking ratio continues to climb though at 12.92%. It'd be great to be at something like 40% on staking ratio. Now, there are a lot of things people forget about this, and this Binance hot wallet, we know they own a significant amount of the supply. So, albeit we now currently sit at a 5.98 9. So supply continuing to come down as people stake more, and equally we see more of those burns coming through. Now, governance proposal coming through, 10936 is a multi-signature wallet proposal. Now, this is based upon a lot of that information that came out regarding the 4.16 million, and it quotes summary: either current multi-signature wallet signers or new multi-signature wallet signers of the asset and wallet have been described as community assets associated with wallets such as Ethereum cross-chain multi-sig wallets, and it gives you the wallet address there, to be tasked with determining through an autonomy if the assets are free from any liability or claims. If assets are free from liabilities or claims, or the assets that are free from liabilities or claims, to liquidate them, exchange them for on-chain denomination coins, and transfer them to the community pool. So again, what this is making sure that there is plenty of people validating exactly what this is going to go and do, exactly the purpose of transferring this money out, and then what is it going to be used for. And the proposal originally was 9 developers, 9 people from the community, you know, 9 in total, to be the multi-signature people that sit on this. Whether they get paid or not will probably come down to another vote. But interesting, where do we sit currently? Well, no one has voted yes, which I think is an interesting one. And we do already have 11 that have voted to abstain from the vote, so they are not going to cast their vote on this. Now remember, no with veto does take the initial amount of Lunar Classic that is required to set this up and burns it. So 131 validators still to come, all the big ones. No one currently voted yes. So this could be where we get sticking points with Terra Lunar Classic. We voted as a, you know, the community voted to use a multi-sig and for the community assets to vote on it. Now we need validators to vote on this. If they don't, then this is where we kind of get sticky with this. This is where there's an element that says if we trust the developers, then we have to trust the developers and we have to allow them to do what they think is best for the chain. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with this, but certainly at the minute a lot of people just abstaining from voting, which never is a great thing. You should always have an opinion, especially when you are the validator for the community, and really put that across. But we'll get into a bit more detail of that in another video. So let's take a look at what the experts say on Lunar Classic, if you can call them experts. So an article from today says Terra Lunar Classic price prediction: Lunacy collapses 7% down to the 1553s, currently 15214. Time to sell. As ever, we love these articles that tell us all to sell. And it takes us a little bit through the technicals. Now we have looked a little bit at that, but I wanted to bring you here. Look, the same outlook is seen as the MACD line, which is moving as part of the signal line. The MACD line also shows that the bulls have attempted to gain control, but the trend quickly reversed amid broad market volatility. Again, we saw this huge Bitcoin dump along with that massive Ethereum dump as well. Here's the bit that I want you to reference though. Terra Classic fills the active validator set. So Terra Classic Network has filled the active validator set with 130 validators. That is the maximum number of validators to maintain the blockchain we can have. This was the first time the network achieved this milestone since the collapse of Terra in May. It's the first time since the original collapse we have got back to 130 people validating on our network. This could be a bullish sign for Lunar Classic, given that anyone that wants to become a validator will have to have more stake Lunac than the validator holding the 130th position. Therefore, competition between active validators that want to participate in network consensus and generate rewards could result in Lunacy gains. For me, that's a really important point, that actually now we have validators that need to compete with each other, validators that need to bring something to the community, and validators that need to do what's right for us. Otherwise, we will vote with our Lunar Classic and voting other validators. So it's a good sign, in my opinion. We have filled those active validator slots. Like I said, the overall market really challenging right now. But Lunar Classic, in my opinion, it's holding at 1523, a real opportunity if you are looking to buy in a bit cheaper. Again, it's never financial advice on this channel, just an opinion, but certainly at 1500, if you've bought in at the 40s, this might be an opportunity to DCM, bring that initial price down. Therefore the pump, when it comes, doesn't need to go as far. But let me know in the comments down below, what are you doing with your Lunar Classic? Did you sell? Are you staked? Or are you picking up another little cheeky bag? As ever, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.